Hi, and welcome to the more 5-minute St. Louis real estate market update for December 2017. I'm Dennis Norman, one of the broker owners at More Realtors. And if you'll give me about 5 minutes of your time, I'll bring you up to date on what's happening in the St. Louis real estate market. Before we get started, though, let me share with you an opportunity to have the same data like I'm going to show you today right in the palm of your hands by getting our app, the STL Market Data app. It's available for the iPhone or Android. It's absolutely free. You can get it by going to the Apple App Store. There you're going to want to search St. Louis Real Estate, and we should be up toward the top of the list there. Look for the little red roof and STL Market Data. If you're getting it for the Android, go to Google Play and search STL Market Data. And again, look for the same little red roof. Give you a quick demo here. When you open it up on your phone or device, it'll identify the zip code you're in, and it'll give you all the current market data to show you current home prices, sales, what's happened over the last year compared to the prior year, whether things are up or down, what the pricing trends are, the inventory. If you want a different area, you can just click the button and search by county, city, or zip, and you can also pull prices for just single-family homes or for condos, because it's quite different. But it's a great tool to have, and it'll put this power right in the palm of your hand. All right, now let's get into the report itself. I'm going to start with a chart for the entire St. Louis metropolitan area, the MSA, which is 17 counties, 9 of which are in Missouri, on the Missouri side of the Mississippi, and 8 of which on the Illinois side. It's kind of a big picture look. And this is a 2-year chart, gives us a look back from present back 2 years. Red line on there depicts the median price of homes sold. Green is the median list price of those homes that were sold. Yellow line represents the number of home sales. So, and you can see the vertical red line I drew there just shows us a year ago. So it kind of splits that 2-year chart into a year period. This purple line I just drew is just from where sales were 2 years ago to today. You can see kind of flat, for the period. You can see the peaks during the spring months, which is normal in between. If we look at prices, the orange line, the median sold price, has definitely increased over the past 2 years. If we break it down to just looking at the last year, this red line here depicts sales, and we can see a little bit of more of an upward trend in the past year. So what this shows us is, even though over the 2-year period sales have been kind of flat, it looks like perhaps this year they're trending upward a little more than they did the prior year. And then the blue line is home prices in the past year, also trending upward a little bit. So just kind of a high-level view there. Now we're going to zoom in for the rest of the report and look at the St. Louis 5-county core market. And we call this the core market because this is where most of the activity happens here in Missouri and the St. Louis area. It consists of the city of St. Louis, and then the counties of St. Louis, St. Charles, Jefferson, and Franklin. Now we also have data for outside of those areas, for the going out farther to Lincoln County, Washington County, wherever. So feel free to contact us about that. But on this report, we stick to the core market. Now the chart I'm showing here is kind of an interesting chart that you won't see anywhere else, and it shows year-to-date sales. So just it gives us an opportunity to look at where we are now. This would be through the end of November, because that's the last month we have full sales data for. We're in the midst of December now. But it lets us look at where we're at year to date for those 11 months versus prior years at the same period. So to make it a little easier, let me draw a line here. So this line goes across the November mark of the last 4 years, and then hits the November mark today. So you can kind of see from the line there, what's going on. I'm going to put some numbers on it here. Actually, I apologize. The rightmost one, it missed November. It's actually should be at the top dot on the right. So the line's off a little bit, but the numbers are right. So you can see that right now, year to date, for the 11 months in 2017, we've had 25,621 sales. So as you look back over the prior 4 years, you can see that that's a higher number than we've seen in the past 4 years. It's about 2.6% higher than the same time last year. So at this time last year, as of the end of November last year, it was 24,963. So this is pretty good. I know you don't remember, but a year ago when I did my forecast for 2017, I did suggest and forecast that home sales this year would be at about the same level as last year, which wasn't bad because last year was a decent year, as you can see, quite an increase from the prior year. But it looks like if the last month does the same thing, we're on track to maybe have a little better month, slightly better. So that's good. Now we'll look at our STL market report. This happens to be the report that, this report depicts the same information that you'll see on our app that I showed you earlier. And this is our report for that same 5-county area. The top line here in the blue, we can see that the home sales for the most recent 12-month period compared with the prior 12-month period is up about 2.5%. So home sales up. And I look at a whole 12-month period because when you just look at a month over month, like you see reported a lot in the news, it really can be distorted. There might be one month that happened to have a boost in sales for one reason or another. It could even have to do with when the last day of the month, what day of the week it fell on. It could have to do with weather, lots of things. So looking at a 12-month period is much better. Then on the right side of the top row there in the red, that's a look at home prices for that. In the same way, the most recent 12-month period, the median price was $185. That's up about 4.5% from the prior 12-month period. So good home price appreciation. 4.5% is fine. We don't want to see a big number and see us run up like we did back in the 2000s. So everything there looks pretty good. Next line is trends on price per foot, which is the most accurate way to look at home prices. And the trend is down, which we would expect. This is December. Prices tend to trend downward now. Now, if we go down to the very bottom row, it shows the month's supply. Even though we're in one of the slower months of the year for selling, there's still only just under a 3-month supply, like a 2.87 month supply of homes for sale. That's very low, very encouraging. Now, when we look at, speaking of month supply, if we look at the month supply of homes by county, and by the way, to get month supply, we just look at the number of active listings on the market now and divide it by the number of sales in the last 30 days. So when you get into slower selling periods, the same inventory will make a larger supply. So we expect supplies, or you would expect them around this time of year, to be a little higher than they would be in faster selling periods. So you can see on the list here, as we look at the different counties, as well as the 5-county area and the whole MSA. For the whole MSA, the supply is only a little over 3 months, about 3 1/3 months. The highest one on here is Jefferson County at just over 4 months, which is still not bad. Historically, a lot of times 6 months is considered an okay or a balanced supply. Now, we haven't seen that in a long time, but so anyway, the point is all the inventory in all the counties is definitely on the low side, which would tend to favor sellers more than buyers. This is a look at price per foot trend. Price per foot is the best way to compare home prices to really get you apples to apples on what's going on. You can see over to the right, a couple of them are trending upward, like St. Charles County, Franklin County, and the whole MSA, and the MSA as a whole. But then individually, and then there's, Lincoln County and St. Louis City trending downward. The big red arrows just show they're trending downward a little more. But again, nothing here to be alarmed about or concerned, pretty much the normal seasonality of the business. Now let's look at our top sellers markets. We've got a bunch of them out there. And this is based upon simply the month supply. I pick out the top 10 with the lowest month supply. And you can see on this top 10 list here, 2 of them, the top 2, Crestwood and Troy, don't even have a 1-month supply of homes for sale. And then the next 2 have a 1-month supply. So Valley Park, Maplewood, Troy, Crestwood, very few homes for sale. And then the highest one on the list, Hazelwood, has only got a 1.3 month supply. Got pretty diverse group of cities here. Everything from Troy out north of St. Charles County to Hazelwood, North County, Riverview, North County, Rock Hill, kind of central, Webster Grove Central, and St. Peter, St. Charles. So we have pretty good representation of the area there. Now looking at buyers markets, this says top buyers markets, but this is actually all of them. What we base buyers markets on this chart is markets that have more than a 6-month supply. And this isn't the top 10 list because there aren't 10 of them. There's only 7 of them, and the blank one in there is an unincorporated area. But so you can see Ladue has an abundance of homes for sale right now. They got about a 16-month supply. Clarkson Valley, 15-month. Pine Lawn, 14-month, and so on. All right. Hey, be smart when it comes to buying or selling. You want to get our smart guides. You can obtain our smart guide to buying your home by going to smartguidetobuyingyourhome.com. We've got a selling guide too. You can go to smartguidetosellingyourhome.com. These are not these are great publications and great to get. They're not just canned information like you see from most real estate companies where they're just reselling, or not reselling, I'm sorry, rebranding the same generic information that everybody has. These are custom guides we have created. Matter of fact, I took the photos that are on the covers there. Now that I think about it, we've created them. All the information in the guides is original. It's been done by us as well as other real estate industry professionals such as home inspectors and mortgage people and title people. It's great content, and it's absolutely free. And again, you can get it by going to our site, smartguidetobuyingyourhome.com or smartguidetosellingyourhome.com. You can view it online there, or you can download it, or just ask us and we'll be happy to mail you a beautiful full color copy of it. Also, when you're searching for homes for sale, or you want to look up sold prices on homes around you or whatever, go to St. Louis's best home search site, stlouisrealestatesearch.com. That's stlouisrealestatesearch.com. We have it's a great site, and it's also backed up by our team, everybody at More Realtors. We've got nearly 50 agents that are some of the top professionals in the area ready to help you. You can see at the top here, yes, we have a phone number. We have an 800 number there to make it easy to call us, and we have real live real estate people that will answer the phone. You can actually get an answer to your question. It's 844 MLS site, and again, manned by real estate people. Also, we have live chat. It's monitored, I don't know, about 18 hours a day. No, not by a foreign call center, by real live real estate people. In fact, I monitor it much of the day. So you can hit the live chat and ask a question and get an answer. You will get an answer to your real estate question on the spot because you'll actually be talking to a real estate professional. Now, I mentioned it was St. Louis's favorite real estate search site. How do I know that? Google it. Google St. Louis favorite real estate search site, and you'll see there we are. There was a paid ad above us. You can always be on top by paying to be an ad, but the #1 organic search is ours. Oh, wait, how do I know we're also the best site? Same way, search St. Louis best real estate search site, and underneath the paid ads, we are the #1 organic one. So people must be referring to us as the best site and the favorite site. Had to share it. Okay, you can also find your home's value online in under a minute by going to stlouishouseprices.com, stlouishouseprices.com, and we just so happen to have St. Louis's favorite open house site too. You can go to stlouisopenhouses.com, stlouisopenhouses.com, and see all the open houses coming up. Plus, something new we have that you will find nowhere else because we have created the software behind this. We have open house reports. Now, you can go to our open house site and see what's going on, but you can go to stlopenhousereport.com, stlopenhousereport.com, and you can select an open house report like what I show a part of one here on the screen. By county. We're also adding where you can do it by city, but right now you can pull them by county. Eventually we'll get them by city, and it'll show you everything that's going to be open in that county, and it's sorted by, well, the information has pictures and basic information and price and everything on it. It also has the date and time it'll be open. It's sorted with the ones that'll be occurring first at the top of the list, and then goes down the list. You can click on any of the addresses to get complete information as well. But it's a nice report that you can then easily print out and take with you if you're going to go out and be touring open houses. So it's a great resource, so be sure to check that out. And again, please keep us in mind for all your real estate needs. We have a bunch of great professional agents here ready to help you. So check us out, and there's some numbers on the screen. You can give us a call or visit us at stlre.com. And until next month, thank you, and God bless you, and Merry Christmas.